Today our topic is what Nietzsche and Stoicism have in common. At first glance, these two might seem very different. Nietzsche is often seen as a wild, passionate thinker who questioned everything, while Stoicism is a calm, disciplined philosophy that teaches us to control our emotions. But if we look closer, we can see that they share some important ideas about how to live a good life. Both Nietzsche and Stoicism focus on the power of the individual, the importance of facing challenges, and the need to create meaning in a world that can sometimes feel meaningless. Let's explore these ideas one by one. First, let's talk about the power of the individual. Nietzsche believed that every person has the potential to become something great. He called this idea the Übermensch, or the overman. The Übermensch is someone who creates their own values and lives life on their own terms. This person doesn't follow the crowd or accept the rules of society without thinking. Instead, they take responsibility for their own life and strive to be the best version of themselves. Stoicism also teaches us to focus on ourselves and our own actions. The Stoics believe that we can't control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond. This means that we have the power to choose our attitude, our actions, and our values. Both Nietzsche and Stoicism remind us that we are in charge of our own lives. We can't blame others for our problems or wait for someone else to save us. We have to take responsibility and make the best of what we have. This idea can be very empowering. It means that no matter how difficult life gets, we always have the power to choose how we respond. Next, let's talk about facing challenges. Both Nietzsche and Stoicism teach us that life is full of difficulties, but these difficulties are not something to avoid. In fact, they are necessary for growth. Nietzsche said, "What does not kill me makes me stronger." This means that the struggles we face in life can make us stronger and more resilient. If we never face challenges, we will never grow. Stoicism also teaches us to embrace challenges. The Stoics believe that we should not try to avoid pain or hardship, but instead, we should accept it as a natural part of life. They call this idea Amor, Fati, which means love of fate. This means that we should not only accept what happens to us, but we should also embrace it. We should see every challenge as an opportunity to grow and become stronger. This idea can help us when we face difficult times. Instead of feeling sorry for ourselves or wishing that things were different, we can choose to see the challenges as a chance to learn and grow. Both Nietzsche and Stoicism remind us that life is not supposed to be easy. The struggles we face are not obstacles to happiness, but rather they are the path to happiness. Now, let's talk about creating meaning. Nietzsche is famous for saying, "God is dead." This doesn't mean that he literally believed that God had died, but rather he meant that the old values and beliefs that used to give life meaning were no longer valid. In the modern world, we can't rely on religion or tradition to tell us what is right and wrong. We have to create our own meaning. This can be a scary thought, but it can also be liberating. It means that we have the freedom to create our own values and live life on our own terms. Stoicism also teaches us to create our own meaning. The Stoics believed that the universe is indifferent to us. It doesn't care whether we are happy or sad, successful or unsuccessful. This means that we can't rely on external things to give our life meaning. We have to find meaning within ourselves. The Stoics believe that the key to a good life is to live in accordance with nature and to focus on what is within our control. This means that we should focus on our own actions, our own thoughts, and our own values. Both Nietzsche and Stoicism remind us that life doesn't come with a built-in meaning. We have to create our own meaning. This can be a difficult task, but it is also a rewarding one. It means that we have the freedom to choose what is important to us and to live a life that is true to ourselves. Another important idea that Nietzsche and Stoicism share is the importance of self-discipline. Nietzsche believed that in order to become the Übermensch, we need to have discipline and self-control. We can't let our emotions or desires control us. Instead, we need to take control of our own lives and strive to be the best version of ourselves. Stoicism also teaches us the importance of self-discipline. The Stoics believed that we should not let our emotions control us. Instead, we should use reason to guide our actions. This means that we should not react impulsively or let our emotions get the better of us. Instead, we should take a step back, think about the situation, and choose the best course of action. Both Nietzsche and Stoicism remind us that self-discipline is essential for living a good life. We can't let our emotions or desires control us. Instead, we need to take control of our own lives and strive to be the best version of ourselves. Finally, both Nietzsche and Stoicism teach us to focus on the present moment. Nietzsche believed that we should live in the here and now, rather than worrying about the past or the future. He said, "Live as though the day were here." This means that we should focus on what we can do today, rather than worrying about what might happen tomorrow. Stoicism also teaches us to focus on the present moment. The Stoics believe that we should not waste our time worrying about things that are outside of our control. Instead, we should focus on what we can do right now. This means that we should not dwell on the past or worry about the future. Instead, we should focus on the present moment and make the most of it. Both Nietzsche and Stoicism remind us that life is short and that we should make the most of every moment. We can't change the past and we can't control the future, but we can control what we do right now. This means that we should focus on the present moment and make the most of it. In conclusion, Nietzsche and Stoicism have a lot in common. Both philosophies teach us to take responsibility for our own lives, to face challenges with courage, to create our own meaning, to practice self-discipline, and to focus on the present moment. These ideas can help us to live a good life, even in a world that can sometimes feel chaotic and meaningless. By following these principles, we can become stronger, more resilient, and more fulfilled. We can learn to embrace the challenges of life and to create our own meaning. We can take control of our own lives and strive to be the best version of ourselves. And we can focus on the present moment and make the most of every day. These are the lessons that Nietzsche and Stoicism have to offer us, and they are lessons that can help us to live a good life, no matter what challenges we face.